Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5, last episode of the series, so I thought we'd give you a good one.
And we assure you that this podcast is 100% genuine. None of this has been made up for the purpose of the podcast. Like, we generally do have plans for a zombie apocalypse.
Oh god, yeah, we've planned this for like way too long, scarily too long ago. But yeah, basically we thought we're going to do these 5 episode seasons, you know, just so it's a nice way to format it. It gives us a break between seasons, and because it's quite hard to come up with content. So we thought, you know, the first one we'd do like a basic one, fantasy versus sci-fi. The second one we thought, oh, we can introduce you to me and Shane, you know, who's behind the podcasts. For the third episode we had no idea, we were just going to go for a bit of a funny one, you know, just a random, no content one. Then for the fourth episode, we was talking about, you know, the GeekSpace team, and now for this one, the season finale. We thought we'd give you a really cool topic that I hope you guys are as excited for as Shane is right now. He's literally trembling with excitement. So, Shane, do you want to give us the title of this episode?
Zombie Apocalypse Survival Plans.
That's it right there. I don't know if any of you guys have thought of this, but the more and more people I've spoke to about this, the more and more people I know have actually got plans. So
yeah, I thought it was
weird, isn't it?
It's kind of like a thing.
Well,
like,
I say weird, it makes me feel less weird.
Yeah, even if you 100% disagree with whatever happened, like, to us, in my head, I'm like 99% sure it never happened, but it's just a fun hypothetical, you know what I mean? You know, you throw hypotheticals around, it just snowballs into something that's really fun.
And we figured we've got quite a cool plan. To be fair, we're in quite lucky scenarios, really, with our sort of background and training and stuff. It's like, surprisingly, like, they could make a film about us and it wouldn't be shit.
apart from my girlfriend.
Oh, God.
Which we quickly figured out she'd die within the first week.
And, like, improve our chances of death as well. Apart from that...
Yeah, apart from that, like, you know, if me and my girlfriend have a bit of a fallout before the zombie apocalypse, I'll survive. But if I go back for her, I'm gonna die.
But more importantly, I'll be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a weird thing to think about. I think you see enough films and you study zombies long enough, like I did, just out of fun. Like, you know, I did it just because I was bored. I think you end up with a strange like sense of paranoia in the back of your mind, thinking like it's never going to happen, but you should probably prepare for it.
There's always that thing as well that, you know, you prepare for a zombie outbreak and like you become a zombie pretty instantly, like in your sleep or something. So it all becomes useless. But, you know, I suppose at the end of the day, it's better to have a plan and not need one.
Yeah.
Than need a plan and not have one.
I mean, I read a lot of like literature. I mean, I've been reading Day by Day Armageddon by J.L. Bourne, and Tommy got me the sequel, which is Day by Day Armageddon Beyond Exile, and I've been reading both of those, and they, you know, that the story writing is just insane, but it's written from the point of view of a guy that's military and he knows exactly what he's doing, and I kind of read that, and the more I read it, the more I think, wow, this guy's got it all figured out, and he's almost died quite a few times, and I was like, I'm really not going to last as long as I think I will.
I don't know though, I think we should get on with it, talk about it, right. So we're going to first of all describe to you what the zombies are like in our hypothetical situation.
We're going for the original George A. Romero zombie, which is slow moving, more stupid to the point where it's just basic instincts driving onwards.
You can only become a zombie if you was living then infected. You don't, you know, burst a hand out of a grave, you know, stuff like that.
Did we define the parameters for if you die, but not through an infection? Are you infected? Like, is everyone infected and you're just waiting for them to die? Or is it
bitten.
Okay.
No, it's not even just bitten. It's like blood to blood exposure.
Yeah.
Like AIDS.
Like AIDS. I suppose you could probably survive a zombie apocalypse better than you can survive AIDS.
Well, that was a morbid tone, because AIDS is real.
So zombies for all we know. But no, yeah, like, you know, we want to go to the basic zombies and plan around that, and like, we've been through a lot. I mean, our town, like, I'm pretty sure I'm one frigging step away from getting blueprints.
Okay, right, here's the basis, right. We live in a small, suburban town.
It's like a retirement town.
It's more of a commuter's town because it's directly on a train to London, so it's just like a extension of a city basically.
You pass us to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, even one of them is like you'll pass us on the train and be like, oh, that's a place, and that's it. We've got a very average population, probably around 15,000, 20,000 maybe.
Yeah.
And so we're quite a small little town, quite a busy, populated one as well. We're near a few big towns with lots of shops, so we're always crowded and there's always traffic and stuff like that. And here's a scenario: it's 12 in the afternoon, midday. Yeah. And you're watching TV, any channel. All of a sudden, there's a news flash goes on every single channel, every single radio, every single whatever you're doing on your phone. It flashes up because it's urgent. News flash: zombie outbreak in London. Yeah. Yeah. Not in the city, and to, give you an idea of where London is in terms to us. Obviously, if you don't know, London's the capital city of England. For those of you who are over shores, but a 40-minute train journey is how far we are from London. So
it's not that far.
Not really at all, no.
I mean, we're South East Essex. No, London's pretty close. So, I think the plan for me is I do shooting as a hobby. I fire 303, 22, and it's nothing too big.
Yeah, I only do very basic air rifle shooting. Yeah. It's just like a nice weekend thing to do, to be honest with you.
I think the basic idea was for me to get the Remington sniper and get my Winchester 12 gauge, and then what was my plan from there? It was to go to my girlfriend's house.
The van. Where's you getting the van from?
The van, yeah. My mum's boyfriend has a massive van that you could fit about 15 people in the back of. It's not got seats. It's like a work van.
I think the main thing for me, it's 12 o'clock. I've seen this. Me and Shane already know how we're meeting up. I think what was it? He's picking me up somewhere, wasn't he?
We're coming to pick you up, and we've got enough firearms for me, you, my dad.
Right. Okay. Here's the thing. I've been dabbling in martial arts for 10 years now, and well, not now. I've sort of stopped, but I used to enter competitions with the hand-to-hand fighting, but also with weapons as well. So my main one was the bow staff, but another one I enjoyed was a katana, as in a samurai sword basically. And Shane's dad is actually a little bit of a collector of certain weapons, and he's got a katana. So I only had really one request of what Shane should bring with him.
Yeah. The basic idea was with me. I think survival comes in numbers. I think. Yeah, it's more mouths to feed, but it's also more people to go out and scout for food.
I think there's a limit. I mean, if you had 100 people, you're not going to last very long with 5.
You want to cut it at 20.
20, I was going to say 20, yeah. And that's fine.
But I think the main point for me is rally my girlfriend and her family, get my family, Tommy and his relatives, and I think that's it. I'm sorry anyone else listening, but
I think my relatives are going to stay as my relatives in their own survival thing. Yeah, I'm going to leave them and go off on my own.
See, that's the thing. I don't get it. I could, without sounding arsey, if my mum said I'm not going with you, and I was leaving, I'd be seriously get in the van. I'll do everything in my power I could, but if it comes to the point where she said I'm not going with you, I would just drive off. See, it makes me sound heartless, but everyone's I couldn't do that. But it's either drive off or get slowly torn apart and eaten and watch your loved ones die.
I think I'd have to. I'm not gonna lie. I know you won't be listening. I think I'd leave my dad straight away. I think when you came and pick me up, I'd grab all the tin food I can. Yeah. I'd maybe fill the bath so my dad's got water, because I doubt he'd think of that when water is cut off. I'd grab loads of comic books and stuff because I don't want to go insane with TV. Yeah. So I'm going to bring comic books, loads of novels and things like that. I'm going to bring a big old notepad so I can maybe document my thing Anne Frank style.
J.L. Bourne style. His books go on next time.
And and then as soon as I get in the van, I think I'll only have one request, and that's that I can come around my mum's house and not take them with me, not stay with them. Just make sure they've got enough food and they've got the basic idea of what they're going to do. Yeah. So I think they will be in capable hands with my stepdad and stuff like that. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. But I know that with Shane and the family, your family, and whoever we've got,
Yeah.
I think we can survive.
Well, I mean, my dad's got a pilot's license, and he's licensed to fly Cessnas, which are like personal planes you can fit 5-6 people in. So I suppose they're out of the question. But he can actually fly commercial aircraft. So
The thing is, I don't only think that our little team of people could just survive. I think we could also like take the fight to some of them as well.
yeah, I think we could like actually
The
prosper.
van's fairly secure.
I mean,
Fair enough, roads are going to be a literally dead zone to go on.
Yeah.
Like the first day, everyone's going to be panicking and driving. But after that, people are either gone, whether it's to the right place or the wrong place, they're just gone. And it makes it hard to drive around, but there's still, you know, you can still be sort of a scavenger.
Do you know what I said? Like, as hard as it is, try and wait out a month before you do anything. Because by that time,
Definitely.
everyone that's dangerous is dead, and everything that's dead isn't as dangerous.
That's the sort of time you know, you don't want to leave Wickford until then.
No, because there's going to be a rush. As you said, we're a commuters town. People pass through us to get to the place they want to be. They pass through us, break down here, and then before you know it, I reckon Wickford would become a hot zone stupidly quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's really bad as well, because originally I kind of thought, oh, you know, we're safe, it's a small town.
That's the thing, that what we said before. It's that town you have to go through to get to places.
Yeah.
So if you're at one end and you want to get to the other, you have to go through Wickford. Otherwise, it's an extra hour's journey, for example.
Yeah.
When it could be a 10-minute journey through Wickford. So that's why we're going to be that mad rush. We like that pathway between two places, you know.
I think my plan would be to go get my girlfriend and like a Duke Nukem style, just kick in the door, even if there's no zombies in there, and I'll just be like, yeah, just start firing shit. And
well, I've only said whenever I go into a fight, you know, no matter what happens, I'll make sure I have battery on my phone. I've got like an iPhone, so it's alright. I'll have battery on my phone just for this one purpose, so I can play Sabotage by the Beastie Boys whenever I take action. I can't stand it. You know, like walking in with a katana and a shotgun. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I mean, do you remember how much we used to talk about this? Like a stupid amount. Like
Weird, yeah.
No, I even sat there and I was trying to figure out how it could work. Like maybe a strain of rabies that can be incorporated into human DNA mixed with influenza, and you've got yourself like a 28 days later situation. It may be not. That's the thing. If it's not George A. Romero and we've got running zombies.
Yeah, the rage disease. Yeah.
Rage disease.
Think about as well, like stuff that you got out there. I mean, I showed you the pictures, didn't I? There's a drug in Russia called croc, and it literally rots the flesh while you're still alive, kind of like a zombie.
Yeah.
And what's the bath salts thing in America?
Oh, bath salts. It's because it contains trace amphetamines, and I think people were they was losing their mind a bit, and they was getting a bit schizophrenic, and it's just a matter of people being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I mean,
you're getting like weird animalistic like instincts and stuff. It was like biting, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it happened to I believe it's in Tokyo. I'm not too sure. Don't hold me to it. It's somewhere in the Middle East or Asia. Asia's the Far East, isn't it? I'm saying. Asia's too. I found geography.
Middle East is like Kazakhstan,
Yeah.
Pakistan,
Yeah. And
Afghanistan.
I think it's in like, Stan. I think it was in like Tokyo, so but a bus driver was actually intoxicated.
Oh no, was that Hong Kong?
Yeah, he rugby tackled a woman off his bus and started biting her face. And that was within like a few weeks of like the other one as well.
So if you mixed, I don't know what the scientific name is. The street name here is Gurn. You got like the Gurner.
Amphetamine.
Right. Yeah.
Amphetamine, yeah.
Yeah. Mix that with like your average bath salts and stuff and your croc. I mean, if you take drop all of them at the same time.
You've then got people.
Glorified zombie.
You've got people that are lashing out, attacking everything near them whilst their skin rots off.
So it's weird. I mean, it's obviously a totally like fictional and supernatural like phenomenon, like the zombie. But it's kind of like weird how like some of the elements are actually like real, you know.
Yeah, but it's also like, as I said, like it's an extremely fun hypothetical.
Oh yeah.
It's a stupidly fun hypothetical. I mean, I've spent my girlfriend gets so sick of me, and I'm glad that she's cool with that sort of stuff. Because if she wasn't, seriously, I'd been gone so long ago. She puts up with so much weird like crap, and one of them probably is like when we're having a bit of a romantic moment in bed, like just lying there. Guaranteed, at one point I'll just go, so about the zombie apocalypse. So have you changed your mind about whether you can leave or not, or what's going on there? And like, you know, she does put up with it, and I think deep down she knows that, obviously she knows it's never going to happen, but she knows if it does happen, she knows that her boyfriend is going to be one. I'm probably going to be a bandit. You know the sort of bad guys you avoid.
Oh, I will be like. I mean, this van thing. I think the best thing to do is, I don't know about staying in one place. I think we should have like the whole moving vehicle thing.
Always try and start a moving fleet.
Exactly. What's it called? When
you stay in one place, you can be everywhere.
When you've got loads of vehicles following each other.
That's called a fleet.
It's not
convoy.
Convoy.
Yeah.
Yes. You want like a convoy. Do you remember we was on the bus home from college. I was looking around. We were sitting there. It was like, this would be perfect in a zombie apocalypse if we put some basic metal plates over the windows. I mean, there's a door at the front, door at the back, and a door on the roof. And they're pretty sturdy things, buses. I don't know if you noticed.
I don't know what you do on petrol, but I know that you can cover a lot of distance with them, and you could probably comfortably sit there.
Well, the thing we were saying, wasn't we, like with the doors, there's multiple doors. You can easily sneak out, siphon some petrol in like a moment of not moving. But there's always we're pulling over. The convoy's pulled over. We've covered it up with some stuff that we've gathered. Lots of dust and things like that to make it what am I trying to think of? Like camouflage it into the side of the road.
You try to camouflage it in. You can like bunking it for the night, and
all of a sudden you see two lights at the top of the road. It's a car coming down. You're gonna lay out, the like mat full of nails that we've like picked up on the way and scavenged in various places. Car goes over it, pops the tyres, and we come up with our weaponry. Take all what they've got.
wait,
highwaymen.
Wait, Tom. How do we come up? Do we roll up, or do we roll up with something? I don't know, like.
Well, I can imagine myself holding a shotgun with my katana on my back, grabbing like the pump,
one-handed,
looking and loading, one hand loading it. Get out the car! Putting the sword out as soon as this bit happens. Stealing all their food.
See, I had to cut the top music because like that song only works if you're being heroic and coming against the odds.
Okay, alright.
Anyway, as we mugged them.
Anyway, I'll be stealing their food, taking their drink, seeing what weapons they've got. It's probably only like weird spears and knives and things like that. But it helps. It helps.
See, the thing is, like, there's no such thing as when people say, "Oh, you've got to be humane." As soon as the dead
Charles Darwin proved that survival of the fittest is a very, very good thing.
As soon as the dead start walking, being humane just gets you dead. That's all it is. I mean, I'm a nice person. I won't kill them or torture them. I'd probably take their weaponry, give them a little bit of food back, and just tell them what direction they should be heading in.
Yeah.
But I'm not, by no means am I going to sit there and just be like, "Oh, you sure? Yeah, I'll let you go with all your supplies." But because my family's starving. But hey,
survival of the fittest. At the end of the day, ever since there's been this zombie apocalypse, right? It's going to be a different world. You can't think of it as the same. As a parliament, our government's going to protect us, the police force jobs to do this. There's laws of stealing and all that. No, that's not true at all. The world would go crazy. Yeah. People will riot. People will pillage. Yeah. I'm not even joking. People will be going around, I hate to say it, raping. No, some of these thugs and stuff will never know when they're going to die. They're going to live like it's their last day.
They want to repopulate as well.
Exactly. People are going to be living as if it's their last day alive every day. So you've got to rise above it and be in charge. Basically, it's kill or be killed, rob or steal food or starve. At the end of the day.
See, and that's the thing, man. Like, this is hypothetical, but I think it's just one of those things, isn't it?
You do know now that if there's a zombie outbreak and they see a van and they recognise me and you in it, they're just gonna either turn in the other direction or pull out their weapons that are better than ours because you've already told them what we've got. Bring the fight to us and kill us all.
What's that? Oh, a samurai sword. Oh, I've just got a rocket launcher. What?
Oh, there goes them too. But, I don't know, man. This is our podcasts are going out on YouTube, and we've got our logo over it, so it's kind of still like a podcast. But obviously, you can comment underneath if you want to let us know what your plans are, or if you found a flaw in our plan, please let us know.
Or maybe if you want to suggest what we should do season 2.
Well, no, actually, under podcast section, you go on season 1. Underneath that, there is a suggestions box already, Shane. So
Oh.
if you followed the website, you'd know that, wouldn't you? Co-founder my ass.
So some of us are just too busy for a website. Sorry.
Well, one of us is just a better content header.
Yeah. Well, one of us is not a dick.
Yeah, that's me. Awkward silence and angry look at each other there. Sorry, it tells me I'm not going to be picked up now in this podcast.
Nope. Actually, I'm actually going to turn up and break his legs.
He's going to turn up and just not bring the katana, because that would make me more angry than him not turning up.
Oh,
Yeah, turn up, Tom, but this sword, yeah, I'm using it.
One thing katana, oh, we're just using it as a crowbar, wedging doors open with it.
Oh, so that makes me cringe a little bit.
It's Tom, it only cost him like 600 quid.
So yeah, that's our plan. We're going to be outliving all of you, mother
fudgers.
Yeah, we're going to outlive all of you. No, seriously, knowing our luck, all this planning we've done, we are going to die first.
I'm going to be infected in my sleep, or I'm probably going to get so crazy as soon as it starts, so I'll go to run out and fall down the stairs.
I'm going to run out my front door, look left, and as I look right, there's going to be a zombie that's going to pounce on me and bite me in the throat. Just...
It's going to be over as quickly as it started.
Yeah.
And it's the problem, see, it's always the people that never plan ahead, they're the ones that get to survive.
No, we've agreed as well. We're going to... if one of us gets bitten, if Shane gets bitten, I'm going to kill him while he's still Shane. I'm not going to wait for him to turn, I want him to die as a human. And obviously we said the same as me as well.
Yeah.
So...
I mean,
that stuff. If you guys are listening to this, getting some ideas, maybe you're with a friend listening to it, getting ideas. Have you decided what you're gonna do? If you're with a friend now, I want you to look him in the eye. I want you to ask yourself, could I kill him? Could I kill him? If you said yes straight away, then you're a little psychopath.
Yeah.
You're a sociopath, and you shouldn't be friends with that other person anymore.
And I want you to quietly look into your friend's eyes and just say, if I do decide to kill you, it's got nothing to do with the judgment of GeekSpace and none of their affiliates. Because we're not taking a lawsuit just because you decided to kill someone. Make sure they're infected.
Yeah, you
first.
sociopath.
Make sure they're infected first. We didn't just say slay your friends because at school. It's
Unless they're a douche.
Yeah,
slay.
Unless they're a douche.
But no, seriously, don't, because this is making us a little bit liable, maybe.
Yeah, but a little bit. I think it's more than a little bit liable.
Kill your friends, it's fine.
GeekSpace says so you must be able to do it.
Kill your friends and children.
Oh, dude, where did children come from?
I don't know, man. That was a bit...
That was
like something
weird.
built up inside me there.
That was weird. You need help.
Shut up, Mr. Baby Slayer.
Well, let's do what you do best and beg.
What do you mean beg?
Well, we beg people to go to our social networking outlets.
Oh, we're doing that, yeah, okay. Sorry, it's just normally there's a massive gap between our videos and podcasts or whatever, but today we bashed out 3 in a row. I did say that on purpose, that wasn't... I did say that on purpose, right. Yeah, we've bashed out 3 in a row.
Brilliant.
We're getting a bit exhausted from bashing all these out. One after the other. Just here together. Just the two of us bashing out.
It's back to back.
Don't lie, we're front to front. So that's it, what we do now. Making eye contact, Shane.
I'm glad.
Right, anyway.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay, I'll tell you what, just before you go, actually on my phone, on my lock screen, I've actually got a picture of Tommy.
Yeah, and because he did that, I've got a picture of Shane now, and it's a little bit weird.
So if my girlfriend hears this, then you can bet your bottom dollar that I've already changed it, so therefore she has no proof that I'm a weirdo, that me and Tommy have a bromance.
Dude, you said you wasn't going to take it off your own screen.
Okay, dude, I promise you I won't take it off my phone.
I promise you I won't take mine off either.
Okay.
This was a nice moment. I'm ashamed that we had to share it with everyone in GeekSpace. Anyway.
I feel as though I've been better without the...
Anyway, here we go. Last time we did this whole actions thing, we just embarrassed ourselves and became a little bit racist. But I feel as though there's something there. I feel as though we should beg in some other sort of theme this time. How should we do it? Any ideas?
Maybe
We should have thought this before we started.
Maybe musical or
musical? How can you musically?
I already
Sing it? Would you suggest that we sing Social Network Begs?
could do.
Get a form of classical opera.
Let me lay down a fat beat.
gonna rap it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not
No,
going to do
I
that.
think I was going with a classical opera sort of approach to it.
www.facebook.com/official GeekSpace.
Oh, I'm gonna go Sinatra on mine. Tommy_GeekSpace at Twitter. Shane_GeekSpace at Twitter.
If you decide to go on Hotmail, it's just Shane_GeekSpace at hotmail.com.
And that's the same for Tommy too.
And if you decide to go on YouTube,
Then check us out at official GeekSpace.
bring all your friends there too.
But most importantly, check out the website www.geekspace.co.uk.
It's not .com because we're not gay. It's .co.uk. Oh, that was a bit homophobic.
That's racist, man.
That was Frank Sinatra was a massive racist.
Wow. Anyway, yet again, we've ended our podcast with offending people.
Well, you shouldn't record me.
Okay, well, we'll see you later with season 2. If you've got any suggestions, like I said, check it out under podcasts, send us a message, and we'll do our best to include it. If not, like, if we don't do it next season, it's because your idea simply wasn't good enough.
And being honest, if you seriously was offended by anything we've done, just go find an envelope and mail it to yourself. No,
On that note,
no, that's it. There's no elaboration.
I thought there was going to be like, I thought he was going to extend that metaphor, but then I realised it wasn't a metaphor.
No,
It was just like a genuine
literally
suggestion.
find an envelope and send it to yourself.
Okay. That's a bit of a, I don't know, what, are you going to walk outside your front door and post
Yeah.
your letterbox? Or
Yeah.
go down the post office with like a stamp and everything? 'Cause
Yeah,
stamps are like way too expensive nowadays.
they are. You know what? Don't worry about that. I don't want to cost you money. Actually, if you're offended, you just go old school and go yourself.
On that note, I'll end this podcast. Goodbye.